Okay, got a small little tip here. So if you have an Audi A4, this one is a 6-cylinder, it's a 3.0, but I think they're all pretty much the same when it comes to the convertible. So if you have an Audi A4 convertible, this one's a 2003, and I think it's the B6 model, so it's right around that 4 or 5 year time frame that all of them are pretty much the same. If your convertible top is having problems where it's opening up partially or it kind of sounds like it's straining a little bit, whatever, there are several videos out there that can show you how to do a fix in terms of the actual pump itself that might need replaced. I'll put a link in the description in the video for those. But before you spend the money on that, here's something you might want to consider, and it's just simply changing the hydraulic fluid. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like now. Hey, if this video has helped you out at all, or if you like this kind of content, please consider hitting like and subscribe. Okay, so here is my daughter's car. It is the Audi A6 convertible. It is the 3.0, and that's what it looks like on the back. I believe they call this the B as in boy 6 model. We're in the trunk area, and we're going to have to look inside here to get in. Here is the one side that I pulled out, as well as another little panel, and then the cover on the bottom that covers the wheel. So here's what that looks like. What you're going to need to do is right here there's a sheath, and that's this. That just pops straight up, and there's some clips here, 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 and here that just go into these little slots here, 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 and here. That just pops straight up. This is just a leader, and that goes down into here, and the same thing on this side over here. Unfortunately, I snapped it. I'm going to have to glue it back. But that just pops straight out. So then what you see is you'll have to get the little mat that goes right here. You take that out, comes out very easily. And then right in this area right here is a little foldable piece, which is this piece here. And you'll just have to take that out as well. It's very easy. Comes on one of these little shims. You just take one of those off that it rides on, and it just kind of pops out. Again, in the video that I'm going to attach, it'll go into more detail about how to get in there. So then this larger piece here goes in this general direction on the, if you're an American, the passenger side of the car. So this will be the right-hand side of the car driving forward. What you'll need to do is you'll need to remove the amplifier, which is attached with some, I think, 10mm screws. You take that off and you just put it to the side. Okay, you don't need to worry about detaching of the electric parts or whatever. Just put it to the side. And then what we have in here is the actual pump. This part right here, this kind of brass looking part, that's the electric part. Okay, if you want to replace that electric part, then you have to remove this entire pump system out. There's only 3 screws down in there, 3 bolts that hold it down. There's one of them. The other one is right there, and then the other one is right there. So it's kind of like a triangle. There's one there, there, and then over here. Okay, but my solution is that we don't need to do that at all. This is the hydraulic fluid fill area, and you can see where it says max and min. So you can actually suck out the old fluid and replace it. I would advise trying to do that first. This is what this looks like. I just got this at Home Depot. It's for log splitters, automotive pumps, and anti-wear properties, hydraulic pumps. And just like any other fluid, your hydraulic fluid will go bad. That's what it's supposed to look like. That's brand new out of this container. This is what I got out of her pump. So you can clearly see the difference. Hold it in the See how it's like dirty in there? There's a lot of particulates. So just like any other fluid in a vehicle, here, I'll put that next to each other. See the difference? One is nice and clear and kind of yellowish, and the other one, which is the bad stuff, is the nasty grayish looking greenish stuff. I don't believe that Audi from their factory has hydraulic fluid that looks like that. Sometimes people have proprietary colors. I think it's supposed to look like that from the factory. It just doesn't. So that totally fixed the problem. I actually went ahead and before I changed the fluid, I made the mistake of taking this pump assembly out and cleaning the brushes in there, etc. It didn't look bad. So, and it didn't fix it. So before I ordered a new pump, I just went ahead and changed the fluid, and it works perfect now. So I hope this helps. Just in case you're curious, the way I got that fluid out of there is just with a little hand pump. And here's what that looks like. It's one of those little ball pumps. You just squeeze the ball kind of like that. You put one end of the hose, where am I at? One end of the hose in and one end of the hose in your receptacle. So one end goes in to the reservoir in the hydraulic pump area, that little area where the nipple was. You just unscrew that and put the hose in there, and then you squeeze it a few times, and then it'll start sucking the fluid out of there. If you have to, you just gotta, jerry rig it just a little bit, because it is hydraulic fluid. It's a little bit different properties than regular, something with a higher viscosity. But yeah, this little pump, I just got that at like AutoZone for like, I don't know, $6 or $7. So well worth it.